Welcome back to Arise Entertainment 360. There's so much of Neo, we had to break it up into two parts of an interview.
All right, so let's dive back in. More Neo.
That's right.
Can't get enough of you.
That's love.
Now,
That's
Neo,
love.
tell us, you're in town this week in New York City for your charity, the Compound Foundation, and you
Yes.
guys will actually be honoring the great actor Louis Gossett Jr. and a friend of the show, celebrity photographer Johnny Nunez. And your charity actually focuses on foster care system. Tell us more about the charity and what will be going on at this event.
Well, the charity, as you said, we focus on child welfare. That's everything from kids in foster care, kids in group homes, the whole nine. And we step in the realm of inspiration, basically. You know, it's one thing to feed a child. It's another thing to house a child. It's a completely different thing to inspire that child to be more than what circumstance has made them in the moment. You know what I mean? So that's where we step in to just make sure that these kids understand that where you come from and where you go don't have to have anything to do with each other. Johnny Nunez is one of our honorees. He was a foster kid. And, you know, it didn't stop him from becoming one of the more renowned celebrity photographers of today. Louis Gossett Jr., everybody knows, incredible actor. His foster son, he actually was watching TV one night and saw a program that was about poverty, and he saw a picture of this 8-year-old boy coming out of a shelter, and it's that voice in the back of your head that says, do something selfless. And you know, a lot of people ignore it nowadays. He listened to it and instantly went into the proper channels of adopting that child. Our third honoree is Stu Snyder, who is the president and COO of Cartoon Network. He's our corporate honoree. And his corporation has been working with our foundation for a few years now. And he's always been, you know, always been that extra hand that was necessary and needed. So.
Well, you know, you could have picked any charity to be a part of. Why was this charity so close to your heart?
Because I don't believe in circumstance and situation holding a person back from what they can become. You know, in a lot of cases with these kids, it's not their fault that they're in the situation that they're in. So why should they be denied or deprived any of the opportunities that any other kid would get? That's not fair. You know, I've always believed in just things being fair. Give everybody the same opportunity to either, you know, fail or excel. And I feel like that's what we step in and make sure that happens. We make sure that they have all the information that they need, everything from how to fill out a job application to there's scholarships that you can get just because you're a foster kid. Like,
wow.
Like just this information that you might not get living the life that you're being forced to live. You know, you're kind of bouncing from house to house with your clothes in a garbage bag or something like that.
Wow.
You might miss out on learning how to balance a checkbook. You know, just little stuff that we take for granted, but they might not get. So that's where we step in to make sure that happens.
Were you in the foster care system growing up?
I was not, no.
But did you know people in the foster care system?
I did. I had a few friends that were more group home stuff than foster stuff. The whole thing was brought to my attention by my manager, Renell Hay. He took me to a group home, and we were it was just a fly on the wall type thing. We just wanted to see the whole situation and what it was. And like I said, what I saw was, you know, they make sure that the kids are fed, make sure that they have somewhere to sleep, you know, make sure that they get up and go to school. But other than that, there was nothing inspiring them to push past just being that. You know, as a foster kid, as a group home kid, there's already a stamp on your back that says trouble before you open your mouth, you know, and that's not fair. So again, that's where we come in and make sure that these kids are not using that as an excuse or letting that be a wall, you know, as opposed to a speed bump.
And you're also incorporating music therapy. How are you doing that, and how is that helping?
Yeah. Well, we there's a couple different things that we do. We have the thing that you're talking about. Music saved my life, basically. You know, I started doing music really early on. I was a really angry little kid. You know, Dad left kind of early, and I just had a lot of resentment behind that for him. So, you know, my mom saw that going in a negative direction, so she gave me the pen and the pad and said, write it down. And that turned into what you see before you today. So I know the power, I know the healing power that music has. So there's a couple group homes. Our flagship is in Atlanta. We put a studio in the group home. And it's been helping. It's been helping these kids, you know, giving them a voice that they didn't have otherwise, you know.
Well, that's just great. And people will actually be able to participate and help give back this weekend in East Hampton. You're doing this event. Where can people get tickets? How can they participate?
And where are tickets?
Do we still have tickets?
Yes,
We
you
do.
do.
And they can
sell
donate
tickets.
online either way.
You can definitely donate online. You can go to the website. It's compoundfoundation.org.
Okay.
Or you can go to my website, neilthegentleman.com. There's a direct link, and all the information is there. Kevin Hart is hosting with me.
Kevin Hart is hosting?
Hosting.
Oh, we're
Funny man.
definitely
You already know. You already know
Neo
this is
and
not
Kevin
just-
Hart in the same building.
Right.
Estelle is performing. It's gonna be a good time for a good
Estelle's
cause.
performing?
Oh yeah.
Oh, this is gonna be. Ooh, this is good. Oh, I can't
Right.
wait.
So either way, people can go, they can donate if they don't make it to the event, and they can still give back and be part of the
Definitely.
Compound Foundation.
Definitely.
I like it. All right.
All right, so let's talk about music again.
All right, let's do
All
it.
right. A lot of
Right.
your music is autobiographical then.
The majority of it. I've learned that I can write from fiction, but not as good as when it's something that I've actually experienced. You
Well,
know,
that
I was-
song, Rihanna, Take a Bow, that was your experience,
That was
right?
my experience,
Personal.
and I
Okay.
just flipped it for her.
Right.
Yeah. I feel like it's got to be something that I felt in here in order for the song to come from here. You know, I can sit up and make up stories all day long, and you know, make a couple of assumptions and probably hit the mark once or twice. But when it's something that I know that I've been through, or at least somebody close to me, I know that I can nail it. I know that I can, you know, put that emotion in there the way it's supposed to be, to where everybody relates.
So walk us through your songwriting process. How does it work? Does it begin with a melody? Does it begin with the lyrics? What, are you humming and something just comes to mind? How does it work?
The beautiful thing about songwriting is there's no right or wrong way to do it. There really isn't. Sometimes it's the melody first, sometimes it's the lyric first. Sometimes I'll hear a track of music and it'll inspire me to go somewhere. There's no wrong way. You know, it's all about the way that you express. And I mean, of course, there's certain guidelines, like, okay, this is a verse, this is a hook, this is a bridge, but even those rules are meant to be broken, you know, meant to be bent and broken. It's about the way that you express and the way that you get the point across. You know, art and beauty are all in the eye of the beholder. You know, music is the same thing. It's in the ear of the listener, I guess you would say.
Okay.
The name Neo.
Yeah.
Is that from The Matrix?
Yes, it is.
Okay, explain.
Yeah. It started out as a joke. A producer friend of mine said to me, I used to pride myself on how fast I could write a song. Like, the fastest song I've ever written is my song So Sick. I wrote that in about 5 minutes.
You
Wow.
wrote So Sick Up in 5
In
minutes?
5 minutes, yeah.
Wow.
Once I know where I'm going, getting there is not the issue. It's figuring out where I want to go. That's the thing that takes the most time. So I would kind of pride myself on that. And one day he said, "You're like the Neo of the music industry," basically saying that I could do things within music that regular people couldn't do, like Neo could do things within the Matrix that regular people couldn't do. Didn't like the name when he first gave it to me. I thought I just didn't like it. I was like, it's a little corny. No, don't call me that. Because you can't tell somebody to not call you something, because then that becomes your name. So,
Exactly.
hey everybody, my name is Neo.
But your mama named you.
My mama named me Schaefer Shamir Smith. Yeah.
All
and
right.
she does not call me Neo.
She does
And
not
I'm
call you Neo.
Not allowed to be Neo in
right.
her house. No.
He's like, I named you.
Neo,
That's what I
hell, you
named
better take that trash out. That's what it is.
That's right.
I didn't
Okay.
birth a Neo. I birthed a Schaefer. Schaefer
right.
washing dishes.
That's right, Schaefer. Get it
That's
together.
what it is.
All right, so you mentioned So Sick, and we have to actually ask you the hardest question out there. What is your favorite song? So Sick, closest, Miss Independent. I know you may not like this, but
I really don't have
There
one.
like a
has
favorite
to be
kid,
one.
come on.
There has to be one.
They're all
There
attached
has to be a song where
specific
you're like,
memory.
yeah, I did my thing with that song. Yeah. The drop the mic song where you're like,
The song that had the most unexpected impact, I would say, is the Beyonce record, Irreplaceable. Because when I first wrote it, I wrote it for me.
L.A. Reid actually played me your version, and it was very good, by the way. So,
Yeah, but I didn't want. I knew that the majority of my fan base was going to be women, and I didn't want them throwing things at me, so I went ahead and passed that one out.
Tell us about the new music that's out there. Who should we be looking at? Because I know you're always looking for new talent. Who have you found recently?
Well, since you've given me the opportunity to plug,
yes.
Always.
We love a good shameless plug.
my home girl, her name is Ravon Brown.
Okay.
She is one of the first people that I personally went and found and signed to our production company. She signed to Sony Columbia through our production company, Compound U. She is, think early SWV, early Faith Evans, You know, that like mid '90s R&B,
Bad
like
boy era.
Yeah, like when it felt good. You know what I mean? That's kind of music that she does.
Powerful.
Yeah, her
Alright.
stuff is she has a few songs out right now. There's one called Better Be Good featuring Wale, and then there's another one that we just dropped called Best Friend. And you know, it's a process. You know, I don't believe in the quickly to the charts. You know, it's a foot race. You know, I mean, it's a marathon, not a foot race. My bad. It's a marathon. You keep moving. So slowly but surely, it's making noise. So be looking out for her. I have a few other artists under the wing, you know, that are not quite ready to go yet, but just, you know, eyes to the sky and ears to the ground, you will hear or see me. Yeah.
All right. So when are we going to hear some new Neo music?
Yes.
Well,
Being deprived.
This ridiculous scruff that I'm wearing right now is because of the fact that I've been in the cave over the last few weeks working on some new music. Don't know what it's going to be yet. The one thing I know is that it's going to be predominantly R&B. I love and appreciation to the dance crowd and the dance audience and EDM for just embracing me the way that they did, because that doesn't happen often. But R&B is my core, it's my foundation, it's my home, and I haven't been home the right way in a little while. So this next album is definitely going to be predominantly R&B. Yeah.
All right, we'll be looking forward to that and
Absolutely.
the Compound Foundation event this weekend.
Yes.
Weekend.
Yes.
We'll see you this weekend, Neo, and come
Absolutely.
back. New album, new movie.
Come on.
This is your
buddy.
home. So
Hey,
come home.
Don't say that.
All right.
Set up a cot over there.
That's right.
I'm gonna write my name.
got space.
Don't let nobody get in my cot.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Thank you, Neo, and thank you. We got more of Arise Entertainment 360 right after this.